Well, for more on the situation in Japan, let's speak to our correspondent, Terrence Terashima in Tokyo. Japan's Prime Minister visited the country's tsunami-devastated region on Saturday, and this is his first visit to meet local villagers since March the 11th. How did they react?
Well, first of all, yes, it is his first visit to the earthquake-hit area on land, but he made a helicopter visit on the 12th of March. And when he arrived, he went to one of the shelters, and many people have greeted him with a cold reaction, but many came to him and asked him for soonest action, especially on the long-term temporary housing and also the reconstruction efforts. Prime Minister Khan promised the residents that he will act as best as possible to bring about soonest reconstruction. He has visited the various sites as well, and the cleaning up operations. After the visiting Rikuzen Takada, one of the worst hit area, he visited the frontline base for the team of people working to contain the radiation from the Fukushima Daiichi power plant, and he commended the self-defense force workers who are working there in efforts to contain the reactors.
Well, let's talk a bit more about Fukushima. Radioactive water is understood to be leaking into the sea from a cracked concrete pit at the number 2 reactor there. How is the government responding, and what about the local residents there?
Well, government is telling the Tokyo Electric Company to make more thorough investigation on this, and also try to find other possible cracks or possible locations where waters may be leaking into the sea. This pit in the number 2 reactor is actually a cable pit, which is located a little bit away from the reactor itself. But the crack was big enough to spill out some waters into the vicinities, and the government said the leakage is not a immediate human health, damage to human health, but the local residents are worried about the potential other leaks and potential spread of the radiation in the sea in the area around Fukushima.
And the Prime Minister said on Friday that TEPCO should remain in private hands. However, it's difficult for TEPCO to deal with this issue alone. What measures should the government be taking to deal with the nuclear problem, do you think?
Well, there is 2 aspects to it. One is that TEPCO will certainly be faced with compensation to the residents living nearby, as well as the industry, as well as anything that affected the business, the livelihood due to this accident. So, and TEPCO alone could not handle that, and the government has already promised to shoulder some of the burden that may arise. And also experts point out that TEPCO alone could not make a sufficient crisis management or measures in order to prevent future accidents like this, or even after the accidents a containment program. So they need the government as well as an international coordination and standardize the measures against future accidents like this. So experts point out that government should not let TEPCO be alone on this issue, but involve other companies in Japan as well as internationally in order to secure future safety in nuclear power plants.
Okay, thank you for that. That was Terrence Terashima there in Tokyo for us.